His name is Roger Federer!
Roger Federer is a living legend of the tennis game. Swiss tennis player Roger Federer has been one of the most successful players of the modern era. He was the first men's singles player to reach the milestone of winning 20 Grand Slam titles. Over the years, he has been a motivation for many people. He's impressed millions of people around the world. He has fans all over the world. Roger Federer is a Wimbledon legend. He has won 8 Wimbledon championships from the 22 he's participated in total since the year 1999. He made it into the quarterfinal of Wimbledon when he was only 19 years old. Federer was not registered in any of the matches of Wimbledon 2022. He's not played any games since 2019. The last tournament he played was Wimbledon 2021. The reason for his absence from the 2022 season is his knee injury. His fans are now doubting the end of his spectacular era. In this video, we will talk about what Roger Federer says about Dutch tennis players. It feels like he's happy that Dutch players are performing well in tennis, and he is satisfied with their performances. Roger Federer attended a tennis clinic where he also appreciated Esther Vergeer, who is a former wheelchair tennis player. At the end of the video, we also have a piece of good news for the fans of Roger Federer. Before we start the video, make sure you've subscribed to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Roger Federer spoke about Dutch tennis players. Roger Federer has recently spoken about Dutch tennis players. He has appreciated the performance of Dutch players. So it means the good performance of Dutch players was not only noticeable within national borders but also across the borders. Roger Federer is delighted to see that Dutch tennis is undergoing a revival. While talking about this, he said, "Not every generation produces Wimbledon winners. Sometimes you have good matches and sometimes less. This also applies to Switzerland. I think the Swiss and Dutch can be proud. I'm happy for you." He said this when he visited a tennis clinic in Amsterdam. Visit to Rijsbos. Roger Federer visited a tennis clinic at the playground Rijsbos, which is part of the Krajicek Foundation. This foundation is also an organization of Dutch tennis player. It is founded by Dutch tennis star Richard Krajicek. Roger Federer visited the playground, which is one of 126 such facilities spread across 41 municipals in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. The reason Roger Federer visited the playground was that it was celebrating its 25 years anniversary. The presence of Roger Federer was a pleasure for the owner of the tennis clinic, Richard Krajicek. He thanked the Swiss maestro by saying, "Thank you, Roger, for joining us in celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Krajicek Foundation," in his tweet. Richard Krajicek won the Wimbledon title in 1996 by beating Maleve Washington. 1 year later, he decided to start this organization. The perspective behind opening this organization was to encourage youngsters from the deprived urban areas of the Netherlands to not lose hope and have a good place to practice and follow their passion for games. The aim was to provide facilities to the youngsters of underdeveloped areas. The playgrounds are made in collaboration with the municipalities. The environment of the playgrounds is safe, where youngsters can practice and play sports. According to the official website of the organization, more than 100 playgrounds have been opened in this organization here since it has opened. Over 4,000 children are facilitated here. A tennis clinic was conducted for the children that are facilitated in this organization. Roger Federer, Richard Krajicek, and Esther Vergeer, a retired Dutch wheelchair tennis player, conducted this tennis clinic. Krajicek Foundation tweeted and appreciated the presence of these tennis stars on the 25th anniversary of the organization. A fantastic afternoon at Playground Rijsbos with a tennis clinic with @Roger Federer, @Esther Vergeer, and @Richard Krajicek. Tonight, Richard will join @Renzek Lamar to talk about this special afternoon, Krajicek Foundation tweeted. Roger Federer also had a lot of fun conducting the tennis clinic. He was also happy after having a reunion with other tennis players. Tennis and the @postcode Lotterij have reunited us. It was a lot of fun to be part of this tennis clinic on Playground Rijsbos in Amsterdam, together with @Krajicek KNL and Esther Vergeer, Federer wrote in his tweet. Who is Krajicek? Let's give you a little detail about the owner of this organization. So who was Krajicek? Krajicek was a 3-time quarterfinalist at the US Open and was also successful in reaching the semi-finals of the Australian Open and French Open in 1992 and 1993 respectively. The Dutchman was seeded 17th at the 1996 Wimbledon Championship, and defeated former champion Michael Stich in the 4th round to set up a quarter-final match with Pete Sampras, who was attempting to win his 4th consecutive title. Krajicek stunned Sampras in the quarterfinals, becoming the only player to defeat the American in a singles match at Wimbledon between 1993 and 2001. In the 1998 Wimbledon semi-final, Goran Ivanisevic defeated the Rotterdam player. Krajicek had won 17 singles titles by the time he retired in 2003. The Dutchman is the tournament director of the ABN AMRO World Tennis Tournament in his hometown of Rotterdam, in addition to running the Richard Krajicek Foundation. Roger Federer praised Esther Vergeer. Recently, a clip of Roger Federer surfaced in which he was seen praising Esther Vergeer. Esther Vergeer is a former Dutch tennis player. She was a wheelchair player and is by far one of the most successful tennis stars of all time. Esther has managed to win 48 Grand Slam titles in her whole career. Esther is a very strong person. In her career, she was healthy with various injuries, even though some of the injuries were as serious as brain hemorrhage. But the way she has fought through all these problems and has emerged as a true champion is remarkable. Roger Federer appreciated her contribution and said that Esther is the reason why wheelchair tennis has become so popular, which has opened doors for many others. He said, "She has made wheelchair tennis really popular through her success and dominance. That opens the door for other players to do a lot of things." In this way, Roger Federer has appreciated the Dutch players, not only those who are currently playing and participating in Wimbledon 2022, but also those who have left the game. Dutch players participating in Wimbledon. Dutch players are playing very well. There is a total of 4 Dutch players who have participated in Wimbledon 2022. 2 Dutch players, Tim van Rijthoven and Talon Griekspoor, played on the first day of the grass tournament in 2022. Tim van Rijthoven won a title in Rosmalen a few days before Wimbledon, due to which he received a wild card from the organisation. He is 25 years old and is playing for the first time and making his debut in a Grand Slam tournament. In the world ranking, van Rijthoven is at number 104 and Griekspoor is at number 53. The other Dutch player who's participating in Wimbledon 2022 is Bojotic van der Van Sloep. He is currently at number 25 in the global rankings. Number 4th Dutch player participating in Wimbledon is Aransrud Rus. Roger Federer will play or not. Let us talk about the tennis legend Roger Federer. There are many rumors that now Roger Federer is not going to play tennis and his era is over. But we have good news for you guys. While attending a special ceremony to mark the 100th anniversary of Centre Court, Roger Federer said he hopes to play Wimbledon one more time, despite being out of action since a quarter-final loss at the tournament in 2021, before undergoing another knee surgery. He said, "I hope I can come back one more time." Federer, while receiving a standing ovation when he entered the court, said, "I knew walking out here last year it was going to be a tough year ahead. I maybe did not think it was going to take this long to come back. The knee has been rough to me." He also spoke about the court by saying that he's been lucky enough to play a lot of matches on this court. He said it is awkward for him to be here in a different kind of role, but he felt great attending the ceremony with other champions. He said, "This court has given me my biggest wins and my biggest losses." Just to add to your information, this year's Wimbledon will not help in gaining any points in world ranking. The reason behind this is the Russia-Ukraine fight. So this was all from the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have you guys noticed the progress in the performance of Dutch players? And also share your thoughts on the news of the return of Roger Federer. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. We would love to hear your thoughts. See you again with another video on another topic. Until then, bye bye.